Where is the camera? I'm back home from a nice trip today, and this is what my socks look like. Haven't seen them in a while like this. I need to get my ass more into nature, but right now we're gonna take a rest.
És minden lehetőséged megvan arra, hogy te, amit kitalálsz és szeretnél, vagy meg kell, hogy kérjed úgy, hogy a szívedből, akkor az a dolog megjön, és nagyon gyorsan megjön. Pillanatok alatt megjön.
Alright, so let's share this smoke station. Well, I have my dinner, and I'm trying to watch a video from this guy that's from Hungary, and apparently I'm not sure what he does. He heals with music, so I'm trying to learn something else. I'm not even watching it. I'm smoking right now. Cheers. That tastes like wood. This is Melvin. Welcome to Life is a Game. That's what it is. This is Melvin. Welcome to Life is a Game. And today I had the best day of my life. Yet again. for like the 12th time, I don't know. I have discovered today that with the help of a great book, The Alchemist, and by going out, I have realized that during my awakening I have been preventing myself from going outside into the wild, into the world, to see what's actually like to live where I live, because I haven't actually lived. I live all my life in my room playing games. So today I discovered that I have been kind of obsessed with I used to say knowledge, but I was obsessed honestly with trying to figure out what was going on And it's funny because people have been asking me what's going on in my life. Even I don't know what's going on. But I have discovered that by being here all the time, I was very limited on my perspective, and even though I was able to learn a lot about myself here in my house, but spending all of the time here just watching YouTube videos and reading and yeah, just watching videos and just trying to grow spiritually, but from home only, and that has been a great mistake. It's hard to learn from others' mistake. Please have this in mind. That yeah, in spiritual awakening, it's lived. It's not discovered. Is what I thought it was. I was going to find. I was going to discover this great truth, but the truth is, the universe will never stop impressing you with all the marvels it has. What was I saying? That's it. So during this almost 13 months, calendar months, because it was just about 2 or 3 days ago that I asked myself the question, wait, how much time does it actually feel for me? How much time has there been of my awakening period? I have no freaking clue. Because I'm at the point now where, whoa, this is actually, I'm at the point where actually, how long has it been for like each, I mean, you give steps during your awakening and they become like a reset point in your life, and it's kind of like alright, so it happens. This what happens when that you have this realization of yourself, and it's very overwhelming for your ego to take. So you have to take time to, embrace it. So it's like at each phase, you learn more every time about how time is not, you learn that time is not fucking real. So that was one of the first things that I actually did. I removed the battery from the wall clock so I wouldn't look at it. So I wouldn't look at the time. And then I realized I had to take it off from the wall, and I hid it so I wouldn't actually see it, because you're self-conscious. The more you focus on it, the more you grow. So time you try to remove. I sold my watch that I had just purchased it like. No, I was already going through my awakening, and my ego had the great idea that we had to buy a watch because we had to pleasure ourselves. But the watch made me realize also that I had to stop looking at time, and that's what I tried to do. So after 13 months, my ego is how do you call it? It's harming me. Ouch. Alright, now leave. So So I'm at this point now where time, I have deprived my ego, let's say, of time so much that at this day I can finally say it's been maybe like, I don't know, a couple of days back, I don't know, a week or two back, I don't know, that I actually can say I'm living the day by day, fucking yeah. Not the day by day, but how do you say it? Every day is new for me. I know every day the universe hasn't failed in these couple of days back, or weeks back, I don't know. It has failed. It has not failed once to amaze me, to show me how amazing we are. By we, I mean the universe and us, everything around us, it's freaking crazy. But, alright, so I was in time, and yeah, I'm finally happy that I can live every day as a new one. It feels like a new life every day. I'm just looking at the plants. Just listening to the wind right now. It's saying it's all gonna. So today I was able to realize, and this is because I was talking so much about time, I was able to realize that by being only here, I was learning only about my ego, because that's all there is in this house. See, he wouldn't even let me say it correctly. Like, he closed my mouth. And sometimes I buy myself a still. That's how I know. Sometimes there are some periods during the day which he could still, grab the hold of the situation, and I don't realize that he's doing the creation stuff. And I'm like, but I was able to learn a lot today with a lot of people around, and I am a what they call an indigo person, or an empath. So that's wait. Cannot concentrate when there's noises. There's noises in my head. Cheers. What was this, a smoke section? Lately I have been able to realize that I don't need this to just celebrate my life. But I do need it when I'm at home, because it's scary here. All the memories. Cheers. See, I got another bit of smoke session, and now he wants it. The lighter is dying, so now he wants to go to the freaking market. No. This I'm gonna call them omens. I don't know if you know what it means. These were signals that the universe gives you through nature, right? It's crazy. Okay. So I used to think, and let's say my ego had me convinced that I needed marijuana to be able to be connected to the universe, be able to hear your inner voice. And what is it? So that's one thing. The how much the universe is able to impress you, and even though I've been thinking this was required, even though I was in nature, but I've been trying to take it out of the nutrition plan. And yeah, definitely, we are, once your third eye starts to awaken, you don't need that. Whatever psychedelic you're trying, it's okay. If you're into that, if you happen to be one of the people that become interested into other, forms of living. If your awakening is started by a drug, that's what they call it. So, and you find yourself in this situation where you think you're depending on it to be able to grow, you're wrong. I'm wrong. I was wrong. All you need is nature. It will blow your mind. So yeah, that's the key to awakening. Being alone in nature. But saying it now sounds so easy. Well, it already sounds easy to say, but to do it, and to be able to embrace silence, it's pretty. It can be devastating. But right after the storm, you can feel the power. Cheers. I'm going to show you a picture in the video. It was very interesting how the last couple of days went, I guess, or 3 days. It just so happens that family and friends have been very, well, not them. It's myself, right? So you create your own reality, but what was it saying? Let me. What was I saying again? If I forget it, it's because it was something important. Ego? What was it? What was I talking about? You can tell me, camera. I was talking about the picture. So I was taking off these pictures and I was like, I'm gonna put them on Facebook. How it helped me is that by taking the picture and looking at the picture on the camera, I was like, fuck, my life is a mess. I had too much stuff. That is one of the reasons why I couldn't properly speak to a camera. Let's see what happens after this is taken out. And so by looking at these pictures, I was like, alright, so what do? I have all of this shit that I don't need and it's distracting me. And they are a reflection of what's on your mind, right? So by just removing it from your vision, it helps a lot. Actually, let me record a video with my phone. So I just took a video of all of what was on my desk, and I was like, okay, this is stupid. And this is what's on my desk now. It's better, huh? But still, it's not enough. Nature. I'm still wondering if this is real. Probably. And so nature, it's what's gonna feed you properly during an awakening. If you happen to be like me and have a lot of attachment to your house, if you have been someone that have been just maybe playing video games, then you're not going out a lot, then it's tougher to stay at home and find out first about all of your insecurities, and then you and then you learn about the fucking world around you. Even with every mistake along the way, the universe doesn't fail in rewarding those who dare to try to find the truth. But it's not about the truth, it's just about doing good to the world. Cheers. Since the ego wants to go out and buy a lighter, I have these ego traps. I came up with. No, I didn't come up with that. Somebody told me. I'm not gonna tell you who though. But he's one of my mentors. Thank you, masters. And It's just about doing good to the world. If you want a better world around you, you want to better you yourself first. And then, happens like magic. And it's died. And it's dead. It's gone. Do not say that. If there's like a list of bad words, it should be put on a bad word list. I believe the wind wants me to talk about come on, what was it? So you wants me to talk about language for the wind. And language is, I'm sorry, not language, words. Words are, they carry frequency. This is what my mentor has taught me. My mentor, thank you. Great elf, smart. And well, I was someone that during my run in the Matrix, during this life, I was addicted to using bad words for some reason. And so that didn't help with the fact that I was someone very prompt to get mad for very little reason. Most people got on my nerves. So, with me just cursing on my head all the time to everyone and everything, it didn't go well for me in life. In a way, from the perspective I had from my ego, now that I look back and I have overcome some of my insecurities, now I can actually tell, hey, it's not been that bad. It's just that I thought I needed something to be happy that it just wasn't the thing. And I kept failing over and over the same stone or what hole, I don't know. Hole should be a bad word. It's like a bad feeling. Oh, there's no light. What was I saying? It's October or something, so there's wind. What month is it? December. I was like, Bernie Sanders, and then Donald Trump's the president. What? And I was like, moon, the sunset, the sunlight, the clouds, what the fuck? And then Trump, president, marijuana legal in California, what the fuck? And me trying to figure out how to explain my family and friends, since they're trying to figure out what the fuck I'm going on, and I'm like, I'm fine, but they don't wanna let my ass go. And how do I explain to people that, wait, where's the phone? How do I explain to people that this This led to this, and then that, and a new phone, and a new camera, and a new freaking life. But how? That's what I've been trying to figure out, and it's a waste of time. It's not possible to explain. How to explain to them that this is what I value, and by valuing what's actually worth in life, life has been given me way more than I expected. I wished for a lot more, but it has given me already more than I like. I haven't been actually moving my ass, and it's very rewarding. Is this still recording? I'm not sure how much battery I have. Great. It's on red. This led to this, and then that, and a new phone, and a new camera, and a new freaking life. During your awakening, you wanna keep things simple. So I figured the easier way for me to do the cleaning in my house is like this. Let me switch the camera so you see the one.